Have you ever wondered why your favorite online store suddenly started charging sales tax, even if they're based out of state? Well, you can thank or blame the 2018 Supreme Court decision in South Dakota versus Wayfair. And if you're doing business in Illinois, you'll definitely want to pay attention. Because the Illinois Department of Revenue, also known as IDOR, is cracking down. Before 2018, states could only require businesses to collect sales tax if they had a physical presence in the state. That meant if you were selling from, say, California to customers in Illinois, and you didn't have an office, warehouse, or employees here in the state, you didn't have to collect Illinois sales tax. But that all changed with the Wayfair ruling. The Supreme Court said a physical presence is no longer required. Now, states can enforce collection based on something called economic nexus. In other words, your sales volume alone. Since the Wayfair ruling in 2018, if you're a remote seller with $100,000 or more in annual sales or 200 separate transactions to Illinois customers, you're required to register with IDOR, collect Illinois sales tax, and remit it to the state even if you're not located in Illinois. And here's where it gets serious. If you're not collecting or remitting that tax, even unintentionally, you could face back taxes, penalties, and interest. IDOR is ramping up enforcement, especially targeting sellers on platforms like Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, and even those selling directly through their own websites. So how do they catch you? They're using third-party data, payment processors, and even 1099-K forms to track down remote sellers. Once they determine that you've met that economic nexus threshold, they can audit you and assess additional tax going back years, even if you didn't know the law applied to you. So what should you do? If you're a remote seller with customers in Illinois, check your sales volume. If you're above that 100,000 or 200 separate transactions mark in a year, you need to register with IDOR and get compliant ASAP. And if you're already out of compliance, don't panic. Talk to a tax professional. In some cases, you may qualify for a voluntary disclosure agreement to reduce penalties and interest. The Wayfair decision changed the rules, and Illinois is aggressively enforcing them. Whether you're in Peoria, Portland, or Pittsburgh, if you're selling to customers in Illinois, IDOR wants its cut. Got questions about sales tax nexus in Illinois? Drop them in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more legal and tax updates that actually make sense. Thanks for watching.